Good afternoon. Welcome back to the show. James Rule, XRP, on this Thursday afternoon, September 24, 2025. If you didn't get a chance to watch my interview with Daniel Keller, check it out. It aired about 11 a.m. Eastern this morning. Check it out on my video lineup. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a crypto teacher. Follow me on X at Rule XRP, and we're going to go and get into it. Let's get excited, people. Today's episode is sponsored by Caleb and Brown, and check this out. Caleb and Brown has released a phone app where you can track your broker, you can do trades, deposits, chat with your broker, call your broker, and with Caleb and Brown, they have institutional grade custody. 24/7, 365. If you want to convert USD to crypto or crypto back to USD, they make it happen, and your broker is always available. There's a link in the description below. This is my splash page. Check it out. You can deposit your crypto. You can deposit cash. And get this, you can withdraw your crypto. Tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. All right, total crypto numbers. Man, the market has crashed today. But you know what? Flash crash, back up the truck, back up the truck. Back up the truck, because there is volatility, and when we see major dips, we buy the dips. Bitcoin, wow, is down to 109,000 plus. Ethereum is down to 38.84. XRP is down to $2.78. I did scoop up a pretty good chunk of XRP this morning at $2.83. It dipped further, but I am not worried about it. I always back up the truck when I see opportunity, because here in the very near future, you're not going to see these lows anymore. You're going to see higher highs. You're going to see higher lows. So get excited, people. ELLIPAL gets this out. And here is something really exciting. Another crypto index, ETP, is now live on the NASDAQ after meeting requirements under the generic listing standards, giving investors access to XRP, Solana, XLM, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. This is HashDex. We're delighted to announce that HashDex NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF, ticker NCIQ, brings U.S. investors access to 5 leading crypto assets. Like I just said, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, XLM. And in October, we are going to see a crazy amount of XRP ETFs, Solana ETFs, Doge ETFs, all kind of crazy things take place in what we call Uptober. Prices go up in October. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO at Ripple. One thing you know about the XRP community anywhere in the world is they show up in force. Huge congrats to XRP SEOUL team on their first event, and we at Ripple are absolutely looking forward to the next. XRP SEOUL was truly unforgettable. Over 3,000 participants from over 40 countries came together with passion, energy, and community spirit to shape the future of the XRP Ledger ecosystem. And I said, look, let's do Houston, Texas next. I'll show you guys some great barbecue, people. Bring it to Texas. Come on. ELLIPAL. Again, the White House is considering former CFTC Commissioner Jill Summers and NCUA Chief Kyle Hauptman for a role of the CFTC chair, a source close to the process tells me. Summers spent 10 years at Paul Atkins' consulting firm, Potomac Global Partners, and the two are said to be good friends. Pro crypto, baby. Hauptman is the 13th chair of the National Credit Union Administration and previously served as a senior VP at investment bank Jefferies, where he traded U.S. Treasuries and futures. Both are said to be pro-crypto people. The name surfaced after Bloomberg reported last week the administration had restarted vetting candidates, including SEC's Mike Selig, and Treasury's Tyler Williams, as Brian Quintenz's confirmation remained stalled. Semaphore added this week that Millibank lawyer Josh Sterling is also in the mix. So as long as we get and continue to have a pro-CFTC, a pro-SEC, a pro-U.S. government, we are going to be the crypto capital of the world, the U.S. Okay, this is interesting. Circle is exploring reversible U.S. dollar coin transactions to recover funds lost in hacks and fraud. Interesting. Are they going to have a clawback feature for USDC? because right now, whenever you send a crypto transaction through, it is irreversible. You can't take the crypto back if you make a mistake. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen here. So Swift posted this morning, and I reposted it. And after reading this little section here, I did this little kid going, really? Let's see about this. It says, big news. We're launching a major new initiative to transform payments for consumers and small businesses. Working with some of the world's biggest banks, our new scheme will ensure that cross-border retail payments are as fast and predictable as domestic ones. So this is the CBO at Swift, Thierry Chalosi, and I'm really curious, what blockchain ecosystem are they going to use? Things that make you go, Stu Alderati attended a conference, and right here it says that Ripple's chief legal officer makes statement addressing the future of all cryptocurrencies. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderati, said that the cryptocurrency industry does not need Dodd-Frank-like regulation. As lawmakers in Washington work on new rules for digital assets, Alderati argued that regulations should be proactive rather than reacting to a crisis. Like the older administration regulated by enforcement. They didn't know what they were doing, so they made the law as they wanted to and fined companies and wrote them letters and all this garbage and stuff. So speaking at a conference organized by the Soros Center for Financial Markets and Policy at Georgetown University, Alderati said Dodd-Frank was enacted in response to a crisis. Cryptocurrency regulation must be proactive, people. The Dodd-Frank Act passed in 2010 tightened oversight over the financial sector in response to the 2008 global financial crisis, establishing institutions such as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the Financial Stability Oversight Council. But the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate are working on comprehensive legislation to regulate the crypto industry. The House bill passed a bill last summer that defined the responsibilities of the SEC and the CFTC, imposed obligations on digital asset companies to separate clients' assets from company funds, and imposed transparency requirements of individual investors. The Senate Banking Committee's version, however, aims to clarify which digital assets are not considered securities by introducing the concept of ancillary assets. Market structure is a complex issue. I'm all for smart market structure legislation, but we don't need a Dodd-Frank for cryptocurrencies at this stage, Alderati said, calling for a balanced approach to regulating the sector. This is not financial advice. Great things are happening. And if I'm not mistaken, Monday, the CFTC and the SEC are going to meet together in a forum with blockchain companies and banks to go over some things. So finally, I'm going to end it with this. Cointelegraph magazine by Cointelegraph. And I was really surprised because, we all have smart devices. We all have Amazon devices, Google devices, smart robot vacs and all that stuff. Check this out. Help. My robot vac is stealing my Bitcoin. When smart device is attacked, it says your robot vacuum and other smart home devices can easily be hacked to record you typing in passwords or your seed phrases. Do you have cameras around your house? Do you have one of these Robovacs? Do you have Alexa? Do you have, all kind of different things? Because right here it's talking about, if you're my age, you remember Stephen King's 1986 horror Maximum Overdrive, when all of the vehicles and everything started taking over, electronics started taking over, and then they played all the AC/DC music. If you haven't seen Maximum Overdrive, check it out. We were teenagers back then, and this was pretty awesome. Hacking your coffee machine. I'm going to leave a copy of this article. I'm not going to go through it in detail. It talks about a coffee machine. Casino fish tank is compromised. Door sensor that secretly mined crypto. Hacked enough smart devices and killed the grid. Your robot vacuum is watching you. It says it turns out that hackers discovered a security flaw in a particular line of Chinese-made EcoVac robot vacuums. Reports indicated that the hackers could physically pilot the device, which they used to terrorize pets, use its onboard speakers to yell obscenities at users, and even deploy its onboard camera to look around people's homes, people. Be careful out there. If you are in public, don't make any major crypto transactions. Don't use your private wallets on local Wi-Fi. Make sure everything that you do is private, people. People know how to hack into systems, hack into devices. So be very, very, very careful when you are making transactions on your devices. Be sure to subscribe to the James Earl Crypto Show. Thank you for watching. And be sure to watch my interview with Daniel Keller. You'll love it. And have a great day. We'll see you soon. And don't forget, I told you so.